Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with little Jackson and I want to do his 7-month update. He's a little fussy right now though, so I don't know how well he's gonna cooperate. But I cannot believe that this little dude is 7 months old. We have so many exciting new things happening. No, they're not exciting. They're not exciting. Yes, they are. We started baby-led weaning, we started sleep training, and he's sitting and he's crawling, and there's so many just fun, exciting things that I want to share with you guys in this update. So if you guys have enjoyed these updates, make sure to give this one a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. I'm a mom of 2, just hanging by a thread. I've got my toddler over there. She's eating lunch. I would love to have you here on my channel. And with that being said, let's get started. So first things first that I can talk to you about, since he's sitting on my lap, is the fact that he has been so clingy lately. I think he's teething, so let's get him something to put in his mouth. Let's see what he wants to do. Does he want to put a teether in? Does he want to go play with his toy? I think he wants to play with his toy. He wants to play with his little block toy. This is like one of his favorite things. Now that he's like sitting more, I put this in front of him and then he just kind of plays with it. Like I was saying, he's been very clingy like as of like the last couple weeks. I think he's teething. I haven't seen a tooth yet, but he has been drooling non-stop. So I'm thinking that any day he's gonna get a tooth. He doesn't have any in yet, but the teething has been really bad. So a lot of fussiness, a lot of just putting everything in his mouth, and like his fingers, his teethers, like anything he can find, he puts in his mouth. What are you doing, little man? Hi. He actually has this rash on his cheek, and for a long time I thought that it was related to teething. At this point I'm not sure if it's a teething rash, because I know that some babies do get rashes when they're teething. I think it may also just be like regular eczema. Riley has a bit of eczema, so I wouldn't be surprised if he just has like really sensitive skin. So I've been putting some Aquaphor on it just so that it's not as rough and bumpy. Yeah, you guys, he is sitting all on his own, and I think it's the cutest thing. I do still kind of stay close to him because he will topple over, and he's toppled over a couple times and bumped his head, since I have like just regular like flooring, like wood floor. So I have to stay around him so that he doesn't like fall and hurt himself too much. I showed you in another vlog that I posted here not too long ago that one of the things that I did to practice his sitting was I would put him like right in between my legs. I'd sit with him like right in between my legs like this, and then sometimes I'd have Riley throw a little ball towards him and we'd play with the ball. But really, like any toy, like this is a perfect toy for this kind of thing. Anything that's like bigger that I can put in front of him that helps keep his attention while he's sitting, I've been doing that. At least once a day I just get him in the sitting position so he can practice. I also started in the couch as well. Like I have a sectional, and in like the corner section of the sectional, I would put him up against the couch and put some toys in front of him. So if your baby's not sitting yet, that might be something you want to practice. It's so funny, he's been loving like all of this play food that belongs to Riley's food truck. He loves the little taco. There's also like a hamburger somewhere. So he's been playing with all of her toys, and it's the funniest thing. Riley does not like to share her toys, but that is definitely one of the perks of having him be like the second child, that I have so many toys around, so many things to entertain him, a lot of the stuff that belongs to Riley. But I did have to go through her toys as of like last week and just start going through like all the little pieces, and I separated all of the stuff that I thought was like a choking hazard so that he wouldn't, you know, accidentally put something in his mouth, because he is putting everything in his mouth and he's super curious about everything. So he'll go into all of her toys, so I just kind of try to remove things that I thought would be dangerous. Quick little side note, he's playing on his Lovevery mat. I just washed this for the first time the other day, and it was super easy to wash. Literally all I did was unattach like these little Velcro things, take off like the wooden part, and just leave like the actual fabric piece, and I just threw that giant piece in the washing machine. Then I hung it to dry, so it was super easy to clean in case you guys have one of these. But he is just about crawling, you guys. I don't know how much crawling he's gonna do here on the mat, because the mat is kind of hard to crawl on, but I'll see if I can insert some clips of him crawling, because we were hanging out in the living room earlier, like where we have the other TV set up, and he was crawling from one side of the room to the other. He hasn't quite mastered like putting his actual knees on the floor, I don't think. For the most part, I've been seeing him like scoot forward, but he is mobile, he is on the move. So to me, that might as well be crawling because I have to chase him around the entire house and I have to make sure that he's not within reach of things that he can't have access to. So he is crawling, and like, I don't know how that happened. Like, I feel like I just brought him home from the hospital the other day and he is on the move. I'm gonna get freaking emotional. What you doing, little man? Just chilling? So funny, like sometimes he'll be hanging out like this without a care in the world, and he can be doing this for maybe 30 minutes. And then other times, like the second that I put him down, he starts screeching and crying. So just depends on his mood, I guess. So now let's talk food. I have been having the best time doing baby-led weaning with him. It has been super scary. I've shared my thoughts on baby-led weaning and just like a little update on like the first full week of baby-led weaning here on my channel. So I'll link that video down below in case you haven't seen it. But in that video, I talk about how I've been a nervous wreck. Like, my anxiety has been at an all-time high watching him eat because I'm terrified that he's gonna choke. At the same time, it's also been super like fun and exciting to see him try new things, and he's very interested in food. So it's been really like fun for me to see him get excited about seeing new things on his high chair and stuff. So I'm really happy that we decided to go this route, even if it's kind of like a mixture of purees and baby-led weaning, because that's what I'm kind of doing. I'm kind of doing like a combo feed for him. He's loving it. So as scary as it is, I'm glad that we decided to at least give it a shot, because we didn't do it with Riley, and Riley is like the world's worst eater. So I wanted him to be a little bit less picky and just be exposed to good, nutritious food. Just like that taco right there that he is drooling on. Just like that. This is his high chair, by the way. I did like a full review of it here on my channel, so I'll link to that too. This high chair has been amazing. I have loved it so much. Something else that's super cute that literally happened like 2 days ago is he discovered himself in the mirror, and we have had so much fun playing in front of the mirror. Like, I will just sit him right in front of it and he laughs at himself and he tries to touch the mirror. I remember when Riley went through that stage and I thought it was the cutest thing. So I did the same thing with him in my room. I have like a full length mirror there, and I have just loved that activity. So that's something that we try to do now like a couple times a day. It keeps him entertained. I think it's the cutest thing. I take a bunch of pictures of him. So if you haven't gotten your little one in front of a mirror, like just sitting down right in front of the mirror, I highly recommend it. It's very entertaining for everyone involved. What you doing? This I have to be careful with though, because he will kind of like pull it towards him, and then I'm scared that he's gonna like smack his face with it. But this was one of Riley's toys, and I'm glad that we were able to pass it on to him because he loves it. Oh, but why are you sad? This guy has a temper. He is so moody. Like, when he doesn't get what he wants, when he gets frustrated, he lets you know it. So he definitely has quite the character already, which means that my life is over. Why are you sad? Look at that face. He is obsessed with anything electronic. I've told you guys on Instagram, like anytime that I put my phone in front of him or the TV remote, he goes crazy chasing after it. He loves when I like set up my camera. He'll go after my camera. I just don't know why he's really sad right now. So yeah, half of my life looks like this, just trying to keep him from crying, trying to entertain him, trying to move him to a different spot so that he's happy. And a lot of times he just wants to be carried lately, like I mentioned, since he's just been really clingy and needy. There have been some days recently where I'll put him in the carrier, the baby carrier, and I will cook dinner, or I will do laundry and stuff with him here right on top of me, because if I place him anywhere, he has a fit. This space is a mess, but I have the little bouncer thing or saucer, whatever you want to call it, that I've shown you guys. And some days he enjoys being in there. Some other times I put him in there and he starts screaming. So let's see what he does. Let's see, what do we think? Is he going to start screaming or is he gonna be happy? My bet is on screaming. Let's see. We have an angry baby. But look, you have all your toys. So of course, that makes things very difficult when I'm trying to hang out with Riley or prepare Riley's lunch or just do anything or get anything done around the house. When he's in a mood like this, which has been very frequent lately, it's like I can't do anything. I am still nursing Jackson, by the way. So in addition to like the baby-led weaning and the finger foods that I've been giving him, I am still nursing him. So I'll nurse him Like first thing in the morning, whenever he wakes up in the morning around either 5:45, 6, 7, depends on when he wakes up, which I'm gonna talk about his sleep and stuff in a second. But in the morning, I will nurse him, and then about every 4 hours, I will nurse him still. And then I've been trying to give him just a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner, something finger food related or a puree, or sometimes I'll let him feed himself a puree. Why are you cranky? You're not supposed to go to sleep right now, and you've only lasted like 2 hours since you last ate, so can't be hungry. That's not nice. I don't like that. There we go. I just gave him a little teether. See if that'll keep him a little happier than he's been. And there's Joseph. Joe is currently working on building the dresser for Jackson's nursery. So yeah, we've been working like this entire week on getting Jackson's nursery ready. We already have his crib set up. I've been just organizing some stuff in his closet and all of that. So like the last big piece of furniture that we need to get in there, well, that's not true. We have the dresser, which is what Joe is assembling, or he's gonna hope to assemble it later today. Then I might get like a rocking chair in there. So we still have a bit of work to do, but I've been just every day trying to tackle a little bit of it. This is Jackson's little girlfriend, by the way. This is Riley's little doll. Hanging out with his girlfriend. He's laughing. He's making faces at Dada. He loves his dada. Is that your girlfriend, dude? Here, you guys can sit there. Maybe you watch Baby Einstein together. And this little pacifier, by the way, he uses it as a teether. He doesn't take a pacifier. He still doesn't take a pacifier. But now, since he's been like putting everything in his mouth, I've been attaching that little passy to him, and he like goes to town chewing on it. I don't know if I've ever told you guys, by the way, how ticklish Jackson is. He is ticklish all over. Look at him trying to throw himself backwards. Look, this is something he's been doing more. Like he'll be crawling and then he sits himself up. Look at this guy. He found Riley's little block set and he's fascinated. So yeah, he's discovered her block set, and this is a good thing that we can work on, stacking blocks, like me stacking these blocks in front of him and then kind of showing him how to do it. Whoa, he's just gonna knock everything down. But this block set is good for him to play with. It's got those little long sticks, and here comes Riley like, no, this is mine. You're gonna share with Jackson? You can show him how to stack things. I absolutely have loved seeing them play together, and now that he's like a little bit more mobile, it's just so fun to watch them interact. So I'm very happy that he has a little sibling here that he can play with, and that she has also someone to entertain her. So I did go through that little set, and up here I put like these little tiny pieces that I didn't want him to have access to. So there are a few little pieces in that set that I was like, nope, these are going in the to put away basket. But this is the best, just like hanging out here. I know that everything is a disaster, everything's a mess, but I have 2 kids and that's fine. And then I put Baby Einstein up here on the TV and he loves it. Look at how he looks up there to watch it. Look at him, he is fascinated by this little string. Riley's back there building a giant tower, but he is loving this little string. Just so interesting to me, like what they find so cool. And that's how he is with like little charging cords and stuff. This doesn't bother me as much because it's not electric, but whoa, but he likes like strings. All right, so let's see if this little guy will let me wrap up this video talking about sleep and sleep training and all of that. He's like right over here by my feet. A little over a week ago, we decided to finally tackle sleep training. We transitioned him to his room for both nighttime and for all of his naps. So he is officially sleeping in his own room, and it's just been so life-changing, honestly. Like having him in his own room has been the best. So his nursery is still work in progress. We're still working on getting it set up with all the decor and his dresser and all of that, but at least his crib is in there, his mattress is in there, and it has been great to have our space back. So as of right now, he has done a pretty good job with sleep training. We did the Ferber method and I documented it all here, so I will leave that video link down below if you want like an in-depth look at what we did for him. But right now he's been pretty much sleeping through the night, putting him down for bed between like 7:30 and 8. Usually it's closer to 7:30. And he's been sleeping pretty much through the entire night. The only difference is that some nights he'll wake himself up and like let out a little cry, but he has been putting himself back to sleep. So I haven't had to go into his room to like check on him or to put him back down to sleep. He's no longer eating throughout the night either. So we cut out the nighttime feeds. The doctor said that that was okay for him. So he's in his room from like 7:30 all the way till the morning time. And by morning time, I mean anywhere from like 5, 5:45, 6, 7 even. His wake up times haven't been consistent, so there have been some days like today he woke up at 5:45, but yesterday he woke up like at 7:15. So we're still working on that schedule and I'm just kind of going with the flow right now. If he wakes up anytime after 5 a.m., that's when I go to his crib and I bring him back into my bed and I nurse him. So as long as it's after 5, I'll take him out of his crib and he can nurse, and then we hang out in my bed usually for like another couple hours. Sometimes he just goes back to sleep and then we're up for the day around 7:30, 8 in the morning. So I think overall like we have made amazing progress with nighttime sleep, because you guys know like he was in my bed every night and he wouldn't last at all in his pack and play. He needed that comfort nursing to go back to sleep. So nighttime sleep I am thrilled with. I hope that we can continue to make progress so that he gets like a wake up time that's, you know, more consistent, and that he doesn't have those incidents like in the middle of the night, like at 2, 3 in the morning where he cries and kind of wakes me up because I hear him in the monitor. So I have to like wake up and then check on him like through the monitor, and then I go back to sleep. I'm really happy with his nighttime sleep. His naps have been, I guess that's been the harder part. Like he will put himself down for his naps, and there was a lot of crying at the beginning. Now there's less and less crying, but it kind of depends on the day and his mood and stuff. But the biggest problem with his naps is that his naps are usually still 30 minutes long. So I would love to work on extending his naps, getting them to be longer, because like the other day he did a 40-minute nap and that was like the longest nap that he had done in like weeks. So he's not connecting his sleep cycles, and if I even leave him there in the crib for like 15 minutes, he doesn't go back to sleep. So I would love to get this guy to take some longer naps so that I have some time to do stuff, and so that he gets more sleep during the day, because right now his daytime sleep is very, very short. But he will put himself down to sleep. He doesn't need to be rocked to sleep anymore. So that is all progress. So we'll continue working on that this month. Hopefully we can get some longer stretches of sleep, but I am very happy with the progress that he's made. He's doing super well. I'm very happy with like all of the new things that he's doing. Like he's doing a lot. He's going through a lot of different changes and things. So there's a lot happening, and I have to just be patient with him in terms of the sleeping. I know that eventually he will get there. Even Riley, who took 30-minute naps as a little baby, eventually she started taking longer naps. So I'm pretty hopeful that eventually he'll get there. But that's where little Jackson is at 7 months. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this update. If you have any other questions about him, let me know down below in the comments, and head to my Instagram account, because I'll probably do some kind of Q&A over there in the next couple of days, just to answer any of the questions that I missed about his development and stuff. But thank you guys so much for being a part of this little man's life so far, for always asking me like how he's doing and stuff. I just love connecting with you guys, and I love that you guys are so interested in how he's doing. So thank you guys so much for being around, and that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.